Record. Okay, yeah, we started recording. Okay, so yeah, so I'm so happy to have you sir over here. So today my guest is Mr. Vasudev Menon. He's a microbiologist, and also he has expertise in biotechnology, and today he's going to tell us. I think he'll try to answer as many questions as we have regarding vaccines and the virus, because at this point the amount of confusion regarding vaccines is huge. So, sir, like before I start talking, like I want you to tell people what actually is the thing that you do, so they understand like what we're going to talk about today better, because you'll be able to explain it much better than me.
Right. I am Vasudev Menon. So I have a doctoral degree from Glasgow University. So I am a PhD in immunology. It is a field of study which is somewhere between medicine and biology and life sciences. So I have studied how the body responds to infections and things like that, particularly viral infections. Um, I've trained as an immunologist, but for the past, I don't know, 5, 6 years, I've been teaching at the Symbiosis School of Liberal Arts. So I've been teaching biological sciences. My research work at the moment, my research focus and academic focus is in the area of what you would call theoretical immunology or conceptual immunology, where I am providing or I am attempting to provide a more philosophical or epistemological framework within which the various aspects of the immune system can be placed. So that is my area of study.
Oh,
I'm glad, Rona, you've invited me to have a conversation with
no,
you
no, no.
regarding
I'm glad that you
topic.
accepted to come, because like at this point, there's so much confusion amongst everyone about vaccines. Because first of
Right.
all, there's so many types of vaccine. There's so many different companies. Because
Yeah.
the thing is that we all we know about vaccine is that you take vaccine till you're 5, and as you grow up you get a few vaccines. That's all what the majority of people know about vaccine. At this point there's so much information about vaccines
Yeah.
and how they are made, what's the difference. And there are new types of vaccines, especially RNA vaccines, because even I don't think we've had RNA vaccines before, have
This
we?
is the first time.
This is the
No,
first
this is
time.
the first
So
time we're having.
yeah, and RNA. So for the people who don't know, RNA is what a virus's DNA can be called, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you can put it that way. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, to simplify it, we have a DNA. Viruses have RNA. So
Not all
before,
viruses.
yeah, but okay,
Corona family have RNA as their what we call genetic material.
okay, yeah, okay. So my first question to you is, okay. So
Yeah.
this question, the virus, the coronavirus, COVID-19,
SARS-CoV-2.
SARS-CoV-19. So how is it different from other coronaviruses? Like, what's the difference? And because I've heard there are multiple coronaviruses.
Yes. So to start at a very basic level, so the term coronavirus or coronaviridae is a family of viruses. It has
Mm-hmm.
many subgroups. What seems to be causing COVID-19? COVID-19 is the name of the disease. The
Mm-hmm.
name of the virus is called SARS-CoV-2 or CoV-2.
Mm-hmm.
It belongs to a small group of viruses called beta coronaviruses.
Okay.
And so far, we have about we know, including SARS-CoV-2, we know about 7 beta coronaviruses that seems to cause some sort of I would say infection in humans. Of the 7, 4 of them are responsible for causing very mild upper respiratory cold, like sort
Mm-hmm.
of infections.
Mm-hmm.
There have been 3 that have documented with pandemic proportions, but
Okay.
not have only SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19 has achieved a true pandemic sort of a proportion. The
Okay.
first one was discovered in 2002. This was
Mm-hmm.
called the SARS-CoV or SARS-CoV-1. It caused a condition called severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS. This was in
Mm-hmm.
2002, around 2002.
Okay. Yeah.
Then in 2009, there was a very small outbreak in the Middle East,
MERS.
And this is caused by a virus called MERS,
MERS. Yeah.
Middle East Respiratory Syndrome virus.
Hmm.
And as of 2019, we have added a third or rather, we have added the seventh to the larger beta corona family called SARS-CoV-2.
Hmm.
There are, when you say differences, well, there are. It depends on what lens you are using to study SARS-CoV-2.
Okay.
If you're a geneticist, then the genomic differences are very vast.
Okay.
There is about maybe 1 or 2% difference in terms of the genomic construction of SARS-CoV-2. Actually, genetically, that's quite a big number. 1 or 2% is a quite
One
a
or
big
two
number.
is, yeah, because even when we talk about, we don't differ from apes to from like a very large number also.
That's correct. In terms of how the disease manifests, SARS and SARS-CoV-2 in terms of severe acute respiratory syndrome and COVID-19 are fairly comparable in terms of how the disease manifests.
Okay.
They are both lower respiratory tract infections. So you get if you are not clearing the virus very quickly, a lot of people are doing that. The infection reaches deep down into the lungs, into the alveoli.
Yeah.
But there is one something I want to say, if to all your viewers at the moment, and this is something that a lot of us who are looking at the corona, a lot of us, I would say, immunologists or virologists who are looking at coronaviruses and studying them, we would like to say this to everybody that right now we should stop looking at SARS-CoV-2 as an infection that is caused in an individual, but we should look at it as a pandemic. Okay, it's a social construction. So because the reason why we are saying this is because the amount of severe infections the coronaviral family causes is very small. Okay, so what we are looking at, even though the absolute numbers, there are about 165 million cases as of this weekend, maybe more now across the world. That actually translates to if you compare it to the number of I suppose people who are actually infected. So if you look at 165 million, and if you categorize that or break that number down into mild, moderate, severe, critical infections, you'll see that the majority of people will fall under what you will call a mild infection, mild to moderate infection. Severe and critical would be maybe about 1%. The death rate across the world, the case fatality rate across the world is under 2% at the moment. It's about 1.8%. So as an individual, it is a very minor infection, but as a population, when you look at
it's massive.
It's a massive. Why that is important to make that conversation like that is because what is now happening is the pandemic is putting a lot of pressure on the healthcare system, on the economic frameworks and so on. So to look at it as an individual, the persistent danger or the worry continues to be, मेरे को ये आएगा तो क्या होगा, या my loved ones को उनको आएगा तो क्या होगा. तो वो जो सवाल है, वो सवाल को जो हम आंसर जो जुड़ते हैं, lot of information that is coming is regarding the pandemic. So वो इंफॉर्मेशन को हमको हमारे सवाल के साथ जुड़ना नहीं चाहिए. ये अलग अलग सवाल होते हैं. इंडिविजुअल पे क्या होता है वो अलग सवाल है, पॉपुलेशन में क्या हो रहा है वो अलग सवाल है. पॉपुलेशन में इतना डेथ हो रहा है, इतना केस फैटेलिटीज हो रही है, पर द चांसेस ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल contracting COVID and ending up with a worse outcome, the chances are very small. Right now, much of it is preventable. Like that's the point one is trying.
Because see, you're actually very right, because we have a population of 130 crore people. Even if 100 crore people get infected, we'll only think, there's a chance that maximum 2% people will die. But that 2% is almost 2 crore people, and that's a huge number. So that has to be taken into account. That you're very right. You're very right. And plus, the problem with this is people don't see. My family got infected with COVID. I
I hope
was
they've recovered.
we've recovered. We've recovered. Fortunately, we all recovered. I was completely asymptomatic. I lost my sense of smell.
Right.
It was I think on the day of Holi. The next day we all
Then
got
you
tested.
then Drone, you're not asymptomatic. You are symptomatic. It's a
Yeah, sorry,
symptom.
I was symptomatic, but my report came back negative.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I was symptomatic. I lost my sense of smell, not taste. I could taste. My brother lost his taste and sense, and some stuff like that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. My mother got sick. She got pneumonia. We had to admit her to the hospital. Although her
Yes.
pneumonia CT value was just 3. But here's the thing.
Right.
The moment she got sick, we took her to the hospital because we knew that keeping her in the house might deteriorate her health.
Yes, that's right.
She needs medicines to stop her immune response because okay. So from this my question comes, because people don't understand. When I said immune response, I immediately thought people would not understand how what immune response is, because people are dying because of immune response and not exactly because they got the COVID virus and the virus destroyed something. It's the immune response that's killing people. So
Yeah.
the T cells that are killing people. So what are those T cells and how are people dying?
Actually, it is not the T cells, but it's a
Yeah.
different kind of cell. So you're right to some extent. What we see with the COVID-19 infection is that it happens in 2 phases. Okay,
Mhm.
somebody like you who's fairly healthier, who seems to have had a very mild infection.
Yeah.
You fall under what is called the viral half of the infection. So much of the discomfort that you have felt is a sort of a combination of the presence of the virus and your immune system combating the
Fighting
virus,
it. Yeah.
fighting it.
Yeah.
But you did not cross over to the second half. The second half of the infection is not accompanied by huge amounts of viruses, so which we call viremia or viral load.
Okay.
We don't see it is too high. The viral load goes down fairly after about 7 to 14 days. It seems to drop, but not completely. Doesn't completely get over. It seems to drop. It peaks at around 7 days and then drops. People who unfortunately move into the more severe, more moderate and severe to critical stages, they fall under the second half or the chronic sort of or latter phase, which we call the immune phase. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, ये आपने जो सेल का नाम बोला वो टी सेल बोलते हो आप, एक्चुअली वो उतना काम नहीं करता है, so that seems to be the problem right now. So if we had good T cell, and there's one more cell called B cell which produces antibodies. ये अच्छा काम करते, or rather if the infection got to a point where the body activates good T cell and B cell responses, you would have, in fact, the disease would have
fizzled out, and you would have recovered like I did.
In fact, क्या होता है, ये जो vaccines हम देते हैं, vaccines very directly trigger your B cell and T cell responses. So पहले क्या होता है, आप ये T cell और B cell response जो होता है, वो 7 या 10 दिन के बाद आता है body में. So that's essentially when the body starts to work. And T cell and B cells belong to a sort of a category called specific immune response or specific immune system, which very specifically targets the pathogen or the infection causing organism को बहुत specifically वो target करता है. हमको क्या वो बहुत effective होता है वो specifically target करने से, दो for 2 reasons. One, of course, specific. It targets only what is required and does not, very rarely has any off target responses जो बोलते हैं बहुत कम होता है उसमें. दूसरा और बहुत important चीज होता है, T cells और B cells को हम activate करने से there is a concept called immunological memory. वो immunological memory आ जाता है system को. System is able to remember the presence of that virus. People who get into severe infections don't get to that far. So there are other cells in the body, particularly जो cells का नाम मैं बताता हूँ, macrophages बोलते हैं, neutrophils बोलते हैं, और dendritic cells बोलते हैं, और हमारा जो lung का जो epithelial cells है, जो skin जैसा वो covering होता है, these are the first responders to the infection. These are the cells which respond first to the infection. नाउ ये सेल्स जो होते हैं, जो सेल्स मैंने आपको बोला अभी, एपिथेलियल सेल्स, मैक्रोफेजेस, न्यूट्रोफिल्स और डेंड्राइटिक सेल्स, उनका काम क्या होता है? वो बहुत स्पेसिफिकली वो नेगोशिएट नहीं करते हैं इन्फेक्शियस एजेंट को, थोड़ा जेनेरिकली, मतलब मोस्ट रेस्पिरेटरी जो वायरस वहां तक जाता है, जो भी वायरस, सार्स हो, मर्स हो, इन्फ्लुएंजा हो, जो भी
राइनो
हो,
वायरस हो, कुछ भी
वहां
हो
तक
जाए,
कुछ भी हो। राइनो वायरस इज मोस्टली इन द नोज, आई एम
इन द
टॉकिंग
नोज।
वंस इट गो इनसाइड,
ओके ओके,
लंग के अंदर जो जाता है।
अच्छा,
जो भी हो, जो भी वायरस हो, मतलब बैक्टीरिया भी हो, ट्यूबरकुलोसिस हो,
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
हेमोफिलस इन्फ्लुएंजा हो, उसका एक जेनेरिक रेस्पॉन्स देता है,
अच्छा,
which includes flooding the system with lots of these cells and combating them by number. तो बहुत सारे सेल्स आके गुंडागर्दी करके, मॉब जैसा आके उसको
करके
हटाते हैं,
व्हाट्स
इन्फेक्शन को
बेसिकली
हटाते हैं।
साइटोकिन स्टॉर्म इसे ही कहते हैं।
यस, सो
Yeah.
ये मॉब मेंटालिटी के साथ जो आने वाले सेल्स होते हैं,
हाँ
उनका जो टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम जो होता है ना,
हाँ
वन सेल कम्युनिकेटिंग विद द अदर एंड टेलिंग दैट सेल, अरे भाई यहाँ पे आ जाओ, यहाँ पे है बंदा। तो
हाँ
वो जो कम्युनिकेटिंग सिस्टम जो होता है,
हाँ
दे कम्युनिकेट दैट यूजिंग मॉलिक्यूल्स। वो सेल्स होते हैं ना, तो मॉलिक्यूल से
हाँ,
कम्युनिकेट,
मॉलिक्यूल से करें, हाँ,
वो मॉलिक्यूल्स को हम साइटोकाइन्स बोलते हैं।
ओके,
प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है, ये
हाँ
जो कम्युनिकेशन जो होता है, दैट इज मेंट ओनली फॉर द सेल्स इन द लंग। जब
हाँ
ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है ये साइटोकाइन्स, मतलब बहुत जोर से चिल्लाते हैं लोग,
हाँ,
that information goes to the rest of the body also, so the rest of the
ओके
body is also starting to get activated slightly। तो
ओके,
ये बहुत जल्दी से जो लंग इन्फेक्शन जो होता है, बहुत
ओके,
जल्दी वो सिस्टमिक हो जाता है बॉडी में पूरा। लेकिन ये वायरस नहीं, वायरस के कारण नहीं है, ये इम्यून सिस्टम का हाइपर रेस्पॉन्सिवनेस के कारण होता है। जब
ओके,
वो लंग से बाहर जा जाता है और व्हेन इट गोज एंड स्टार्ट्स टू एक्टिवेट अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ योर बॉडी, वो एक रोलर इफेक्ट, वो नॉक ऑन इफेक्ट के कारण क्या होता है, बाकी सब ऑर्गन्स में इंजरी होता है, और टोटल ऑर्गन, फर्स्ट
फेलियर हो
थिंग टू
सकता
हैपन
है,
इज, हाँ, फर्स्ट थिंग प्रेशर ड्रॉप हो जाता है। प्रेशर ड्रॉप होने से क्या होता है, द ब्लड प्रेशर मेंटेन्स द वाटर कंटेंट इनसाइड द ब्लड वेसल्स। जब
हाँ,
प्रेशर थोड़ा कम हो जाता है, पानी जो वेसल्स के अंदर है वो बाहर आ जाता है।
ओ,
व्हेन दैट हैपेंस इन द लंग, यू कॉल इट pneumonia।
निमोनिया,
So that is what happens in the case of a lot of cells are also dying. So ये सब वो debris जो होते हैं, वो पूरे cells आके वो भीड़ बन जाता है, एक कुंभ मेला जैसा बन जाता है
हाँ
लंग
हाँ
के
हाँ,
अंदर। तो and your very important parts of your lungs called alveoli are all dying।
या,
तो हमको न्यूमोनिया, और एक अलग तरीके का निमोनिया होता है, रिफ्रैक्टरी निमोनिया बोलते हैं, जो ऑक्सीजन देने के बाद भी थोड़ा ठीक नहीं होता है, तो उसको हम रिफ्रैक्टरी निमोनिया बोलते हैं।
ओके,
क्योंकि जो सेल्स हैं जो विच आर सपोज टू एक्सचेंज ऑक्सीजन, वो सेल्स
नहीं करते हैं,
मर जाते हैं।
ओके ओके,
प्लस योर प्रेशर इज ड्रॉपिंग, you're having fluid loss, it
Fluid loss.
affects your kidney, the kidney affects your heart। so थोड़ा सिस्टमिक होके, क्रिटिकल होके, you would need assisted ventilation and all of that। पर जो आपने पहले जो कहा कि ये इम्यून हाइपर रेस्पॉन्सिवनेस के कारण होता है, वो 100% सही है। इसीलिए हम 7 दिन के बाद, आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स, अब जब कोविड होके हम अब हॉस्पिटल जाते हो, ऑलमोस्ट ऑन डेली बेसिस आपका टेस्ट होता है, जितना आपका वायरल लोड कितना वो चेक करते हैं। नोटिस आफ्टर अबाउट 7 to 10 days योर वायरल लोड बिगिंस टू ड्रॉप। तभी हम एक मेडिसिन होता है जिसका नाम है डेक्सामेथासोन,
यस,
उससे ट्रीट करते हैं। डेक्सामेथासोन का इम्पोर्टेंट फंक्शन होता है इम्यून सप्रेशन। तो
इम्यून सप्रेशन,
वो एक्टिव, हाइपर एक्टिव इम्यून सिस्टम को थोड़ा दबा के रखता है। सो दैट इज हाउ यू रिकवर।
So I was
I hope
having,
that helps।
yeah, because I had this podcast. My third podcast was with Dr. Sumita Tiwari, and she told me that if your oxygen is dropping below 93, you should take the steroid, because it is
No।
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, but मेरे ख्याल से ये गलत एडवाइस है। So
अच्छा,
it is not just so ऑक्सीजन पैरामीटर। I'm sorry, मैं शायद जल्दी इंटरप्ट किया।
नहीं
शायद
ऐसा कुछ नहीं। If you think it is, it's fine. मेरा भी हो गया था, it's fine.
नहीं द्रोणा, वो नहीं बोल रहा है. मे बी शी सेड अदर थिंग्स आल्सो, क्योंकि व्हिच आई डोंट नो व्हाट शी सेड. मैं को पता है वो आपके पॉडकास्ट में आए, अजित भी आए. आई मीन इट्स पीपल whom I respect a lot, which is why I was very thrilled when you called me, but that's a different thing. जब एक्चुअली मैं एक और छोटा सा एडवाइस देना चाहता हूँ. हमको कभी सेल्फ मेडिकेट नहीं करना चाहिए. मेरे को पता है कि डेक्सामेथासोन बहुत चीप में ओवर द काउंटर मिल जाता है. मतलब एक 8 mg 16 mg टैबलेट का कॉस्ट है 17 पैसे. एक डेक्सामेथासोन टैबलेट का एक्चुअल एमआरपी होता है 17 पैसे होते हैं. अभी पता नहीं कितना हो गया. वो अलग आसानी से मिल जाता है. पर ये क्या है, ये डेक्सामेथासोन जो है वो इम्यूनोसप्रेसेंट है. वो खाने से पहले हमको सिंपली एक ऑक्सीजन प्रेशर कम होने, that is not enough for you to start a dexamethasone course. It has to be monitored. अभी का current situation में dexamethasone intake by a patient has to be very closely monitored. अभी आपने सुना होगा ये म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस सुना होगा, ब्लैक फंगस.
black fungus, white fungus, and now there's a yellow fungus also.
Yellow fungus also. So most fungi are opportunistic. वो हमारे particularly middle class India, particularly अर्बन इंडिया जो थोड़ा वेट कंडीशंस में रहते हैं ना, जैसे हम पुणे में रहते हैं या मुंबई में, केरला में जहाँ से मैं आता हूँ, थोड़ा वेट होता है वहाँ पे, तो ज्यादा होता है वहाँ पे. हमारे नॉर्मली हम बहुत हमारे ऊपर या हमारे बीच में बहुत ये रहते हैं, ये म्यूकोर और ये वाइट या येलो फंगस. पर ये हमको हानिकारक नहीं है जब तक हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम थोड़ा कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाता हो. Dexamethasone does that. Dexamethasone brings down the immune response a little bit. Of course, it is a drug that is given to the patient to suppress the immune system. जब immune system को suppress करते हैं तो इनका opportunity हो जाता है to grow in our system. एक और चीज होता है डेक्सामेथासोन खाने से, थोड़ा हमारा blood glucose level थोड़ा बढ़ जाता है, which is also good for fungus to grow.
Okay.
जो लोग डायबिटिक होते हैं या डेक्सामेथासोन के कारण थोड़ा हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया हो जाता है उनको, particularly if the dexamethasone treatment is not monitored. हम खुद खाते हैं डेक्सामेथासोन. अभी क्या हो रहा है, एक अजीब सा चीज हो रहा है कि अभी लोगों को पता लग गया कि फंगस है, यानी एंटी फंगल एक चीज मिलता है एम्फोटेरिसिन बोल के, वो भी हमको मुफ्त बहुत कम पैसे में मिल जाता है ओवर द काउंटर. So we start taking that medicine also without doctor's advice. अभी का जो COVID-19 जो होता है, every country, every state, every city has very robust frameworks of how to deal with the patients, how to negotiate the infection. तो हमको कुछ भी इसके कारण जो भी तकलीफ हो रहा है, हम खुद सेल्फ मेडिकेट. I know that the healthcare system is burdened, मेरे को पता है वो, but फिर भी हमको if we do any sort of self medication without really knowing the actual parameters of when the drug should be given, how much the drug should be given, जो लोग डायबिटिक हो उनको हम डेक्सामेथासोन नहीं देते हैं, प्रेडनिसोन देते हैं, मतलब अलग तरीके का स्टेरॉइड्स देते हैं. So without knowing these small details, just blood ऑक्सीजनेशन लेवल बस वो देख के हमको नहीं दे सकते, कोर्स स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकते. इट हैज टू बी क्लोजली मॉनिटर्ड. आपको लंग सीटी यूजुअली लेना होगा, और मेरे ख्याल से 90 तक ठीक होगा. 90% पेरिफेरल ऑक्सीजनेशन इज आल्सो गुड. इट शुड नॉट डिक्लाइन. तो आपको एक दिन 90, दूसरे दिन 93, दूसरे दिन 92, तीसरे दिन 91, 90, ऐसा. इफ इट इज डिक्लाइनिंग, then maybe it is time to. If it is maintaining at 93, it is okay. It lung infection है, होता है वो.
No, so I'll say this. She did say that you should ask your doctor about it, and there's a very high chance that he will suggest you. The doctor will suggest you the steroid, but she did say that you have to ask the doctor. Go ask your doctor about, and there's nothing wrong in asking doctor, should I start this medicine? Yeah. That's what she didn't say that go, because there's a thing in this country is like the amount of over the counter medicines that are available is extremely dangerous. extremely dangerous because there's a difference between buying a crocin over the counter and buying ivermectin or something pretty serious.
Yes,
So
correct.
yeah. So so I have a few list of questions that a lot of people ask, but the most common one was a question I remember is, and two of my friends asked this, both are girls. They said that there's a lot of people saying that you shouldn't get vaccinated if you have your periods, or you shouldn't get vaccinated 5 days after your periods because it's going to decrease your immune response. Your body is weak, and is that true?
No, that's not true.
That's not true at all.
No, at all.
So you can take your vaccination anytime you want. That's totally
Anytime
fine.
you want.
That's totally
The
fine.
only categories of people who have been advised caution
Mhm.
against taking any of the vaccines that we have so far. It is not just Covishield and Covaxin. मेरे को लग रहा है कि हमारे पास मे बी अगस्त या सितंबर में स्पुतनिक भी आ जाएगा.
I think Sputnik कुछ जगह आ भी है.
नहीं, that is, we've not really cleared it for sale as yet. अभी आप बुक कर सकते हो.
हाँ, बुकिंग इज ओपन.
हाँ, बुकिंग ओपन है पर डिलीवरी ओपन नहीं है. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा पर मिल जाएगा. आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम विद स्पुतनिक और जो भी वैक्सीन हो. The only people who have been advised caution to not take vaccines, और 3-4 categories हैं. In those categories, definitely menstruating and post-menstruating women are not there. So which means that they are very free to take. It is fine. The only people who right now there is two categories. One where people who have been advised caution, and the second category who have been advised not to take it at the moment. The people who have been advised not to take the vaccine, or even then consult your physician before taking the vaccine, are people with extreme allergic responses. जिन लोगों को allergy बहुत strongly.
Okay, those who need to carry an EpiPen pen with them. That kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Then pregnant and lactating women have been advised caution, क्योंकि इन लोगों पे टेस्ट नहीं किया था. जो phase 3 trials जो हुए थे, it was not tested on pregnant women because pregnant women का जो immune system जो होता है थोड़ा यहाँ वहाँ होता है, तो उन पे usually drugs test नहीं करते हैं. So right now there is no data available to suggest whether to take it or not take it. So pregnant women and lactating women have been asked to go, consult physician before taking.
Yeah.
But it is there is nothing against menstruating or post-menstruating women from taking it. You should go and take it. You should not be worried. You should not be worried.
Another thing. Okay, so my friend's family, a few people, they were getting vaccinated. A few of them got vaccinated, and then they got COVID after the first dose.
Yeah.
Now what the question they have is, should we get the second dose? When should we get the second dose? The government says you should get second dose after 3 months, but we were supposed to get second dose after 6 months. 6 weeks? What do we do now? And this confusion is there. So like, what would you advise such people about? When should they take the vaccine?
Yeah. So there are two cases. There are two cases. People who have had COVID-19 and not had vaccination. Second category is people who have had COVID-19 but have had their first dose of vaccination. एक तीसरा भी एक category है, people who have had both doses of vaccines and then have COVID-19.
Yeah.
ये तीनों अलग categories हैं, तो हम एक examine करेंगे. So people who had COVID-19 and not had their complete set, so either not had a vaccine at all or had one dose of the vaccine. ये दो categories में the general advisory is that from the day you have tested negative, PCR negative say, you are advised to wait about 2 months. So there are some reports which say 1 month, there's some reports which say 3 months. Government of India guidelines is 3 months, but if you're able to wait for 3 months, it's fine, right? इसका 2 reasons होता है for why you've been asked to wait for about 1 or 2 months. Actually more than 2. I will try and be succinct as possible. पहला reason जो है is based on demand and supply. It is not a medically, it's not based on the
medical.
हाँ, इट इज नॉट अ बैड एडवाइस, क्योंकि हमारा प्रायोरिटी अभी जो होना चाहिए, it is to get at least the first dose vaccinated to everybody. So that has to be the priority. सभी को एटलीस्ट एक डोज देना, वो गवर्नमेंट का प्रायोरिटी क्या है वो पता नहीं है, पर पब्लिक हेल्थ
प्रायोरिटी वो होना चाहिए, आईसीएमआर का प्रायोरिटी वही
होना चाहिए कि सभी को वैक्सीनेट करेंगे. दैट इज नंबर वन. बट देयर आर सम बायोलॉजिकली रिलेटेड इश्यूज आल्सो, वो मैं बताता हूँ आपको. नाउ गेटिंग कोविड, in an infection of COVID, particularly moderate to severe COVID, seems to offer actually very good protection against reinfection.
Okay.
ये ध्यान से सुनना चाहिए, moderate to severe, not mild.
Not mild.
जो लोग mild होते हैं, they have a higher chance compared to moderate and severe. People who've had आप जैसे mild या asymptomatic जो लोग हैं, they have a higher chance of getting reinfected again. Okay?
Yeah.
तो ये एक blanket statement नहीं हो सकता है कि आपको कोविड है तो आप 3 महीने के बाद आओ. ये blanket statement नहीं हो सकता है. क्या what type of infection you have had in terms of severity, you have to pay attention. If you've had slightly severe infection, your system is at the moment capable of not giving you a reinfection, a very severe reinfection. So people of that category can to an extent wait. Okay. दूसरा जो चीज है, आपको थोड़ा severe infection हुआ है तो your system needs a bit of time to recover to get back to normal. So for all of these reasons, people who've had, and India में भी जो देखते हैं हम, the number of people who've had moderate to severe infection is disproportionately high. So and the fact that they can wait, ये सब हम देखते हुए हमको एक generic guideline offer कर सकते हैं कि आप 2 महीने 3 महीने wait करो, right? That is not an issue. Okay. People who had 2 doses, now एक misconception जो होता है कि वैक्सीनेशन दोनों लेने से कोविड ही नहीं आता है.
Yeah, that's a huge misconception that people have.
Yeah, that is a misconception.
Yeah.
Vaccinations are supposed to prevent severe diseases or critical, और हाँ, जो उनका 2 पैरामीटर्स होता है वैक्सीन. जब हम एफिकेसी जो सुनते हैं ना, एफिकेसी का मतलब एक्चुअली क्या होता है, व्हेन यू से 90% एफिकेसी जो होता है, उसका मतलब क्या होता है, you as an individual compared to somebody who's not taken a vaccine have a 90% chance of A, not getting hospitalized, B, not dying.
Okay. Yeah.
It is not compared to getting infected or not getting infected. You will have infection. A, you can potentially be a spreader, but you will not get to need to get hospitalized, or you will not die from it. उसका 90% चांस है. इसका थोड़ा मतलब इसका भी थोड़ा चर्चा होना चाहिए कि इसका मतलब क्या है. 10% चांस है कि आपको सीवियर इन्फेक्शन आ सकता है. तो ये ऐसा बोलना मतलब कि मेरे को एक बंदा पता है जिसको 2 वैक्सीन लिया है पर फिर भी हो गया.
Yeah, even I know someone like that.
That does not make statistical sense, because that is a very small percentage which of course the efficacy is taking care of.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question.
No, that
3 month waiting.
That actually answers the question perfectly, because see, the people don't understand what vaccines are and how vaccines work. For people like, I have taken a vaccine, now I will never get this. No, you can still get it. Now your bodies know how to fight it. It's like training your body to fight the upcoming infection. Vaccine is not a protective shield that will be around you.
Yes.
Okay.
ये जो महाभारत में वो बोलते हैं ना, कवच कुंडल.
वो नहीं है. हो सकता है, पर ठीक हो जाओगे. जैसे कोवैक्सीन का ऐसा था कि जो भारत बायोटेक के ही किसी स्पोक्स पर्सन ने कहा था कि कोवैक्सीन से आपको जब इन्फेक्शन होता है तो लोअर लंग्स में इन्फेक्शन नहीं जाता है.
करेक्ट. यस, दैट्स करेक्ट.
दिस इज व्हाट दे सेड. सो पीपल आर लाइक कि आप वैक्सीन ले रहे हो तब भी आपको हो रहा है, बट आपको लोअर लंग्स में नहीं जा रहा है, अपर लंग्स में ही आपको क्या कहते हैं, आपकी बॉडी उसको टैकल कर पा रही है और आप ठीक हो जा रहे हो. नोज में जैसे मुझे हुआ था नोज में. So like even my report, my RT-PCR report was negative
Right.
when I got tested. I mean, it could have. Okay, I have a theory, and I can be extremely wrong. But here's the thing: as a child, I was not vaccinated. No vaccinations were given to me. And just before we got infected with COVID, 2 months back, decided to take all my vaccinations. So week after the other, I was taking my vaccines. Just before I got COVID, just 2 weeks prior, I took my MMR booster shot. And then I got COVID and I didn't get very serious symptoms. I just got one symptom. And then what? Then I read on Reddit, I saw a post that people who got MMR booster shot vaccine too, they also recovered from COVID pretty fast. Then I went online and I read about it, and a few researches were done. I don't think they were peer reviewed as of yet, where MMR booster shot acted as a preventive measure against serious COVID-19. So can that happen actually? Can my theory be kind of right? Can it be?
Yeah, I mean it's not sufficiently a theory, but
it's not. Can my hypothesis actually? It's not a theory because it hasn't been proven. Not there haven't been any peer-reviewed articles over it. But can this hypothesis be right?
Can you give me a minute to answer this? Or
yeah, you can take as much time as you want.
Okay. ये पैंडेमिक के फर्स्ट वेव में पता नहीं आपको याद है कि नहीं, पर्टिकुलरली जब हमने ये जो न्यूज़ चल रहा था कि इंडिया में उतना केसेस नहीं हो रहा, या लोअर इनकम कंट्रीज में उतना केसेस नहीं हो रहा, दैट लेड टू अ लॉट ऑफ, ये बहुत रोबस्ट कन्वर्सेशन था, बहुत पॉपुलर था ये कन्वर्सेशन, दैट लेड टू सम वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इन्वेस्टिगेशंस, particularly concerning a vaccination that is very common in lower income countries, tropical countries, called BCG, Bacillus calmette-guerin.
I got that also.
Yes. So it is something that is given to prevent tuberculosis, a severe case of tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Okay? It is very common in India. Actually, BCG immunization program in India is actually claimed to be a very successful, among all countries. And there is data to back that claim up. It is a successful program. Now, there was a standing hypothesis that the children who have had a shot of BCG, and I'm not surprised MMR is included in that list because there is a case MMR mein there is measles, mumps,
and rubella.
And rubella.
Yeah.
Now, what they do, there is also whooping cough or pertussis be a component hota hai. There's one more vaccine here.
Yeah, whooping cough is also there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I took that also.
So आपका क्या हो गया होगा? Again, as you said, studies need to be conducted.
Yeah,
that is what hypothesis means. Hypothesis proven by experiment.
Yeah.
There was a hypothesis way back in the beginning of the pandemic that what these vaccines do, because most of these infections that you see, tuberculosis and pertussis and all of that, are actually respiratory diseases.
Yeah.
So there was a hypothesis that your respiratory immune function is slightly better to deal with an oncoming infection. It is already charged to deal with, the same cells. I told you about macrophages. And
yeah.
वो जो cells जो हैं lungs में वो थोड़ा ready होते हैं deal करने के लिए. Therefore, there was a correlation between countries that have got a robust BCG vaccination program and decrease or lower incidence of COVID-19. So people who had high instance of BCG vaccination seem to have lower. So I don't know how far those studies have progressed, but the hypothesis is that the lung immune function is slightly better in these individuals, so they're able to fight the particularly inflammatory, they're able to fight the, however, of course, iska thoda critically isko investigate karna chahiye. It is not unknown for vaccines to offer some sort of cross protection. It is not unknown. It's not uncommon to offer some sort of cross protection, but they are not enough to replace. मतलब ये सब COVID-19 के vaccines को replace करके BCG दे सकते हैं, वो नहीं.
That's not how it works. Yeah.
Good enough to replace, but some sort of cross protection is not uncommon. इसमें थोड़ा एक सच है, पर ये यूनिवर्सल सच है कि नहीं हमको
नहीं
डेटा के
पता,
बाद ही पता।
ही पता चलेगा. So this is to like tell everybody that if you're not getting a slot, don't go and get asked for a BCG or MMR vaccine. That's not how it works. It's not. Don't do that. Just don't do that, because people might do that. We live in a country where people might do things like that कि चलो भाई कोविशील्ड नहीं लग रही है तो मैंने सुना है MMR से वो बोलता है तो MMR लगा के आते हैं, because don't do that. So another thing, I heard this rumor, which of course it's a rumor because that's not how vaccines work, but it's a rumor that it's a pretty, I found this very fascinating and we should talk about it. If you take RNA vaccines, your DNA will get altered. That's what I heard. And I actually found it funny because that's not how vaccines work, first of all, and not just RNA vaccines by Bharat Biotech and Serum Institute. Also, if you take them, your DNA will get altered, and you might encounter some other disease because we don't have enough data on these vaccines. That's what people are talking about. But people don't understand what you'll be able to explain better, but that's not how vaccines work. Like people are saying, what if 5 years down the line I get something because of this vaccine? But I personally believe, and tell me if I'm wrong or not, but you cannot get anything 5 years down the line because by that time the effects of the vaccine would have already fizzled out. Am I right?
No, that may not be true.
Okay.
But there are many things to unpack in your question. So first of all, yes, you are right. So ये जो DNA जो होता है, people who study evolutionary biology, particularly people who study theoretical conceptual evolutionary biology, उनके बीच में एक कहना है, there is a conversation, and I think it's a very interesting conversation. ये जो DNA जो है, हम इसमें 4 billion years से we have been evolving, right? For 4 billion years. We started off as bacteria, then we became slightly plant-like, and then different kinds of species evolved, and we as human beings have been around for 75,000 years. So 4 billion years हम evolve हुए हैं, but DNA has not evolved at all.
At all,
right? So yeah, 4 billion years में के पहले जो DNA form हुआ, that is what we have continue to have in its form and content.
And 4 billion years ago, it wasn't just the humans. We're talking about the fishes and
everything. Bacteria.
वायरस
बैक्टीरिया के टाइम से बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. मतलब आई एम टॉकिंग महाभारत के पहले, मतलब much before that.
Why is Mahabharata your point time frame? Pre-Mahabharata, post-Mahabharata. We live in a pre-Mahabharata, post-Mahabharata era.
मैं द्रोण से बात कर रहा है ना. द्रोणाचार्य से बात कर रहा हूँ.
ठीक है.
I'm kidding obviously. No, the point is, ये जो DNA को हम एक evolutionary success बोलते हैं. Meaning ये बहुत safe रहता है, uncorruptible रहता है inside our cell, right? हमारे सेल के अंदर एक न्यूक्लियस के अंदर रहता है, मतलब डबल प्रोटेक्शन है उसका.
डबल प्रोटेक्शन, हाँ.
DNA is double masked, so उसको कुछ नहीं होगा. मतलब it is very very safely kept inside two walls. Number one. दूसरा जो चीज है, RNA, where RNA functions in our body is very far away from where DNA functions. So there is very very in human evolution there is no chance that we will reconvert that RNA. Yeah. Very good. That's a good way to put it. They will not cross path. तीसरा जो चीज है, so therefore all your RNA vaccines will function very far away from the DNA, so there is no, they won't meet at all. There is no तीसरा जो सवाल है कि कोवैक्सीन हो या फाइजर मॉडर्ना का RNA वैक्सीन्स जो हो, इनका सेफ्टी टेस्टिंग बोलते हैं इसको. So whenever you do vaccine trials, दो तीन क्वालिफायर्स को हम टेस्ट करते हैं. पहले जो हम सेफ्टी को टेस्ट करते हैं, उसके बाद एफिकेसी को टेस्ट करते हैं, और तीसरा इम्यूनोजेनिसिटी को टेस्ट करते हैं. तीन चार चीज होता है इसमें. सेफ्टी पैरामीटर टेस्टिंग जो होता है वो हर बार होता है, मतलब फेज 1 में होता है, फेज 2 में होता है, फेज 3 में भी होता है. Right now we have good enough data, मतलब the efficacy data may be disputed, थोड़ा डिस्प्यूट हो सकता है, मतलब कोवैक्सीन का जो बोलते हैं कि 89% होता है, एस्ट्राजेनेका का 75 होता है, जॉनसन का 95 होता है. So can you dispute those numbers? Yes, you can. The thing that you cannot dispute, there is no reason to dispute, is their safety. Kyunki safety is very closely monitored in all phases of the trial and continues to be monitored at every level. India में भी adverse effects reporting committee बोल के एक group होता है who will gather information, who will follow up on your vaccination and gather information about whether you have had any adverse effects. So far, particularly because of the RNA vaccines or any of these other platforms, there has not been any adverse event that is not predicted to happen. Okay? So there were some predictions being made, and these adverse events का जो occurrence जो है वो भी बहुत कम है. What we call less than random chance बोलते हैं उसको. It is very very less, right? Now finally, when you said vaccine का जो असर जो होता है वो बहुत सालों से नहीं रहता है, actually वो सही नहीं है. Usually vaccines will not give you, एक मिथ है वैक्सीन्स लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोटेक्शन देते हैं, वो नहीं होता है, बट दे गिव यू a sufficient amount of protection for a sufficient number of years, but that remains at the level of the immune system, at the level of the cell, not at the level of the genetics. So very rarely, in fact there is no chance that DNA or your genetic information
will get altered because of it.
क्योंकि वो 4 बिलियन ईयर्स से खुद को प्रोटेक्ट करके रख के आ रहा है.
हाँ, तो अब नहीं हो सकता,
अब नहीं हो सकता ये 2-3 महीने में
नहीं. Obviously, like because if something would have happened 4 billion years में हो चुका होता, because a lot of things would have happened in 4 billion years. This is not the first pandemic we are going through, and I don't think this also. Yeah, this is not, and also we would have had other kind of medication because of. So it would have happened by now. That is I think the answer we needed to understand, because okay, I read somewhere. Because first of all, there's so many questions. I'll not keep on going. I'll stop after that, right? Because I think at this point there are like infinitely number of questions हैं जो लोगों के पास होंगे. But a question I have is, the Bharat Biotech vaccine uses a dead coronavirus. SII vaccine uses a dead common cold virus.
No, it uses a different virus.
They use a different virus. I must be, because I read common cold must be a different kind of cold. I must have been a misprint. I read that they use a cold virus, flu virus ऐसा कुछ use करते हो.
Oh no. Sorry. Maybe a problem in terminology.
Okay.
In vaccine technology, दो टाइप का प्लेटफॉर्म्स होते हैं. एक को कोल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म्स बोलते हैं, दूसरे को हॉट प्लेटफॉर्म्स और वार्म प्लेटफॉर्म्स बोलते हैं.
ओके.
कोल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म डज नॉट मीन दैट इट विल कॉज द इन्फेक्शन. A cold platform is something which in itself will not generate a equivalent immune response.
Okay.
So in itself is not supposed to produce any immune response. That's what it means. थोड़ा इसको मैं unpack करके बोलूं. Every vaccine has something called a platform. मतलब जो काम का टेक्नोलॉजी जो होता है, मतलब Wi-Fi is the platform using which we use internet. That's the analogy I can give you. So all vaccines have platforms. The platform that is used by the Serum Institute vaccine, or rather the AstraZeneca vaccine, is different from the platform that is used by Bharat Biotech, is different from the platform that is used by Gemalaya, is different from the platform that is used by either Pfizer or Moderna. So इनका सबका platforms अलग होते हैं, पर ये एक ध्यान में रखने का एक important चीज है कि platform कौन सा है. Why I will tell you in a second. पर इसके पहले मैं बोलता हूँ ये cold platform क्या होता है. The AstraZeneca vaccine uses a virus called an adenovirus, particularly an adenovirus that causes a very mild, maybe a gastric infection in chimpanzees. इसको chimpanzee adenovirus बोलते हैं.
Okay.
वो chimpanzee adenovirus does not really cause any infection in us, so it does not produce a response in us, right? It produces a response, but not to the extent that it produces in monkeys. In chimpanzees, right? वो वायरस को हमने इंजीनियर किया है in a way that a part of that virus, particularly the spikes of that virus, of this chimpanzee adenovirus, are similar to what the SARS-CoV-2 virus has.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is, if at all immune response is produced by our body, it is produced against the spike protein and not against the carrier.
The carrier. Okay.
That is why it is called a cold platform. Not that it produces a cold, right?
Okay.
दूसरा जो आपने बोला, कोवैक्सीन के बारे में आपने बोला, वो 100% सही है. Covaxin or Bharat Biotech uses a platform called inactivated virus platform, which is the actual virus. SARS-CoV-2 है, उसको हम उन्होंने inactivate कर दिया. It is not able to replicate or produce an infection. Or transmit from person to person. उसको पूरे तरह के I don't want to use the word मार दिया गया है, मतलब it has been completely killed, क्योंकि बायोलॉजी में वो शब्द यूज नहीं करते हैं
कि virus is neither alive nor dead. It's something in between.
Yes, you have attended my class, so you know this.
I have.
So you remember we spoke about this in class.
Yeah.
It does not fall under the realm of the living or non-living. So इसको avirulent या attenuate कर दिया गया है, वो एक चीज है. Gamaleya जो होता है, they use Sputnik जो बनाते हैं, that vaccine is an adenovirus, but it is something that is neither a chimpanzee adenovirus nor a human adenovirus. It's a particular kind of adenovirus. Sometimes you get a mild gastric, very mild gastric looseys होता है, बहुत mild, मतलब
not even worth mentioning ऐसा. Normally you eat a lot of spicy food, you'll get worse than that.
वही है, हाँ. So these platforms are very, very important. They are important for the reason जो मैं बोला, I will come back to it, बोला ना मैं आपको. Platforms are important because of two reasons again. First reason is, each platform invokes a particular kind of immune response. Okay. Now इसके ऊपर COVID vaccines के ऊपर डेटा अभी आ रहा है, पर anecdotal data है इसके बारे में. The adenoviral platforms जो Gamaleya यूज करते हैं या AstraZeneca यूज करते हैं, they tend to boost both B cell and T cell response. Both the type of responses they tend to provide at a very adequate level. इसका टेस्टिंग होना है, इसको immunogenicity टेस्टिंग बोलते हैं. वो long term data होगा, मतलब it will take some time before that kind of data comes out. But usually what is seen is that adenoviral platforms produce a slightly better holistic response. Killed vaccines produce better B cell response than a T cell response. It's not that they don't produce a T cell response, just comparatively
that one is better.
Is better. Antibody जो बोलते हैं, antibody response जो बोलते हैं, that is better if you use inactivated viral vector. The RNA vaccines, or there is also a platform called DNA viral platform भी एक है. Novatech I think are making a DNA based vaccine. So both DNA and RNA vaccines produce a slightly better T cell response than a B cell response. Okay. So that's the difference. इसका second important point जो है कि platform mixing. हमारा पहला वैक्सीनेशन एक प्लेटफॉर्म से हुआ है, दूसरा वैक्सीन भी हमको वही
उसी का लेना है. No, that because I was going to ask you this very question only after this, because something like this happened in UP. The person got the first vaccine as Covishield, the second as Covaxin.
Yeah.
So I hope that person is fine right now, but
there will not be any problem. So there is currently there is a very big trial that's going on in the UK. But the platforms that they are testing are AstraZeneca and either Pfizer or Moderna. I'm not entirely sure. So they're testing the AstraZeneca platform, giving people a first dose of AstraZeneca, and then 3 months later giving them a second dose of Moderna or Pfizer, one of the RNA vaccine, and checking if they are getting a slightly different kind of protection
response.
The hypothesis is that yes, they will get a slightly different kind of response, but the platforms themselves won't co-react against each other. उनके react नहीं होगा.
So
we don't have a test. We don't have any data to back cross-platforming of Covaxin and Covishield. Therefore, it is advised not to do it because we don't know. There is उतना complications नहीं होगा individual basis में, पर इसका टेस्ट नहीं किया गया, इसलिए हमको नहीं करना चाहिए. We have to
stick to what you have taken. That's really nice, because the thing is that vaccines have such a complicated technology, and then people are like कि अरे ये वैक्सीन तो बहुत जल्दी बनी है, पता नहीं कैसे बनाई होगी. So I was watching the Joe Rogan Experience, and there was I think a virologist over there, and he said कि we can make a vaccine overnight, Joe. That's not an issue. You can make a vaccine overnight. You just need to know the genetic code, and you can make it. The issue is testing it. And if we find out that it's over testing, it's like so he gave a very good example. It's like growing a crop.
Yeah.
You can't be like, okay, I'm giving you, instead of 3, I'm giving you 6 hectare land. Grow me the crop in half time. That cannot happen.
Yeah.
So that's what testing it. It has to take its time. Yeah. But then the question is the time that has been taken by the testing of these vaccines adequate? Or have they actually done it a bit earlier than they should have?
Yeah. That's an interesting question. So usually ये जो trials जो करते हैं उसका design होता है, and these designs are वो designing team जो होता है उसमें statisticians भी होते हैं उसमें. So what you're looking at is a representative sample. Okay, you're looking at a sample that is representative for your test that you're doing. Her statistical analysis में, particularly in biology, that you're testing something on a subject or a population or a sample of the population, उसको powering किया जाता है. Powering of a test basically means how many samples do I have to test? How many individuals do I have to test for me to get a 95% confidence interval? Meaning, or whatever your confidence interval. मतलब confidence interval का मतलब है कि जो mean जो होता है, you understand mean and median.
Yeah, mean. Yeah.
Mean value जो होता है, it should not move this way or that way more than a certain value. That gap or that interval is called the confidence interval. You can, using your numbers and using your the sample population, you can decide how close I want it, meaning how sharp my data has to be or how generic my data has to be. Okay, so there is a very standard calculation that you can use. I mean, in fact, maybe in हमारे कॉलेज में भी RM में ये सिखाया जाता है कि हम कॉन्फिडेंस इंटरवल कैसे सेट करते हैं पॉपुलेशन के बेस, उसको पावर करते हैं, पावर करके थोड़ा मैथमेटिक्स करके हम बोलते हैं कि ये टेस्ट करने के लिए हमको इतने लोगों पे टेस्ट करना होता है. ओके, सो दैट इज वन. नंबर 2 इज कितने टाइम टेस्ट करना होता है. सो वो भी दूसरा सवाल है. हाउ लॉन्ग डू यू लुक एट how long do you monitor your results? Both of this is calculated to the extent that it is representative of a larger population. जो आपने बोला वो जो 500 हेक्टेयर का जो एनालॉजी आपने दिया वो ये एनालॉजी एक्चुअली वो थोड़ा सही एनालॉजी है. that if you are testing the drug, what that scientist said, we can produce a vaccine overnight.
Yeah.
And it is not uncommon to do that. मैं एक और चीज मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि there are a lot of times when you're particularly when you're doing biological work, or sometimes you get, particularly वो जो new and emerging infections के बारे में जो पढ़ते हैं, when they're investigating something that is brand new, right, that the world is not dealt with before. Sometimes there is a chance that the person who's investigating may get affected. In that time, it is not uncommon to produce what is something called an antidote, to treat that person, which sometimes is done very quickly, because the person, we don't know how quickly that thing will affect you, so it is done very quickly.
Very quickly.
पर इसका टारगेट एक बंदा होता है, एक या दो बंदे होते हैं, मतलब it is the odds that you're playing with. But when you're taking this and presenting on a population, The numbers have to be set based on these studies, based on the
Yeah.
statistical analyses,
Yeah.
and the test has to be powered based on the number and the time duration. Okay.
Okay.
मेरे ख्याल से, as far as safety protocols are concerned,
Uh-huh.
we have very good data, very reliable data that every platform we're using right now is safe.
It's safe.
It has
It's safe.
stood the test of time, and the number of people have all been vaccinated, and it has been vaccinated across destinations. So AstraZeneca vaccine has been used extensively in the UK, has been used in Europe, has been used in India. So that we have enough number of people who have had a safe experience with it. So you can
Safe
say
experience.
this.
Yeah. Also, even I like to tell people that if you're getting sick after taking the vaccine, if you're getting a fever, that means that your immune system is working. It's doing its job. You don't need to panic. You don't need to go to a doctor. Oh my God, I'm getting fever. I have fever for 3 days, because that means your immune system is working on the vaccine. The vaccine will not harm you.
Correct.
Because panic. So today my friend got vaccinated, and we had this conversation. I had this conversation that if you get sick, the vaccine is working. He's like, bro, I'm not getting sick. I want to get sick. It's like I haven't gotten sick in such a long time. I just want fever so that I can chill in my bed for like 2 days and everybody will serve me something or the other. Because, but that being said, it is really important that at this point people stay in their houses and get vaccinated. Get your slots, because right now there aren't enough vaccines, but that doesn't mean there will never be. I think they are producing almost 8.5 crore vaccines every month, I believe.
Every month, yeah.
Every month, and they are supplying 5 crore to India and 3.5 to, I think, outside of India. That's how it's happening. So if we go,
I'm not entirely sure of the numbers, but yeah.
Yeah, I read it. Even I'm not. I can be wrong because the source can be wrong, but I read it somewhere that 8.5 is being produced per month, and 5 is given it to India to be supplied. So by that number, it will take us around a few months, but everybody is going to get vaccinated. So there's no, and plus in the upcoming times, there's going to be Sputnik, there's going to be Pfizer, there's going to be Moderna. So the number of vaccine is already going to increase, and I think you'll agree with this that people at this point, things seem dire, but people can get hopeful. People can get hopeful for the future now.
But not to the point that we start celebrating.
Hopeful and not irresponsible.
Very well put.
Yeah. Stay in your house and be very hopeful, but don't go out. Otherwise, the hope will fizzle out.
Yeah. Because I don't think there's a better way of saying it. I think you have said it in the best way possible. Be hopeful, but don't be irresponsible.
Don't be irresponsible.
If I can add to that, we don't have to be hopeless as yet. Right? Hopeful रहने का हर indicators हैं. Irresponsible नहीं होना चाहिए, because sometimes confidence level बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाता है, and this is known to be this is a demonstrated knowledge that this has driven infections quite a bit.
It has happened because the second wave is a very good example of this. People got so irresponsible, and now we look at what's happening.
मतलब of course इसको ऐसा reduce नहीं करना चाहिए. The second wave happened because 4 or 5 different things came together.
Yeah.
One of which is the lax behavior of lackadaisical behavior of the general public is one of the contributors. 3-4 parameters हैं जो
but this is वो obviously like अगर हम ऐसे किसी एक चीज पे point out नहीं कर सकते, but this is also it is also really important because people were like, because the number of people wearing masks kept on decreasing day by day. Following social distancing kept on decreasing, and we can say that the government didn't prepare better, and they allowed certain things to happen. But again, to wear a mask, to follow social distancing is the responsibility of the individual. You can't blame it on the government कि वो mask नहीं पहन रहा. It's your fault.
I have a slightly different take on this, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
Topically, I agree with you that हमारा गलती भी है. We have to shoulder the responsibility.
Yeah.
But I have a slightly different take on. It is okay to say that 3-4 factors have caused the second wave, but then if you are prudent and you say which is the one that really pushed the topple the vase, if you will. I have a different take on that. Writing an article right now about it. See, हमने जिस तरीके से पहले वेव को टैकल किया था, कैसे किया हमने लॉकडाउन से किया था. We are chest thumping that it is the most severe lockdown in the world. Which is true. It was a terrible lockdown. It was a, whatever duration it was, national lockdown was there, regional lockdowns भी हुए हैं. Now, इस पे हमको ध्यान देना चाहिए कि ये lockdown as a measure to curtail infections, right? वो कब करते हैं? When does a governing body implement or adopt the choice of a lockdown to prevent the spread? This happens only at a time when, and this is where my difference of opinion comes, when a government, either the center or the states, are not able to have nuanced negotiations with the public.
Okay.
Therefore, I understand, go for a very violent way of negotiating. अब हमको negotiate करना ही होगा. That there is, I'm not questioning that. You have to negotiate the pandemic. But there are plenty of nuanced ways of negotiating. And it has been demonstrated in countries in Southeast Asia, in New Zealand, in certain parts of Europe, where nuanced negotiation with the general public is just as effective as when the public and the government are not able to have nuanced conversations. And the government of the day is the kind that will not have nuanced conversations with you.
That is true.
Come down upon you with hammer and tongs at every given opportunity. Then you can go only to a lockdown. What does that mean? That means that the abdication of the government has withdrawn the necessity of the public being responsible. The government has taken into their hands that hum layenge ye measure ko. To do that in the first wave and then bring the whole Atmanirbhar dialogue after that is a huge policy failure. To first say मैं तेरे को मारूंगा if you say something and then say that आपने नहीं बोला इसीलिए चीजें नहीं हुआ. I mean, because you didn't talk, things didn't happen.
No, I agree with you. Therefore, I actually agree with you.
Therefore, if I can complete, what has happened is in the second wave, it has become unconscious for the general public कि अरे lockdown नहीं हो रहा है, तो ठीक है सभी चीज. कुछ गड़बड़ है तो गवर्नमेंट लॉकडाउन लाएगा, नहीं ला रहे हैं
तो सब नॉर्मल है,
सब चंगा सी, तो हम जाएंगे बाहर, मास्क नहीं पहन, कौन किसको मास्क पहनना है. Added to that, you add this to to other factors like what is it, to promoting large gatherings, religious gatherings, promoting
that was so absolutely
So you not just not lockdown, but you also promote congregation. The message this sends to the public is that अरे सब हो गया, मतलब
it's fine, over, चलो let's get back. आपने बहुत like जो आपने पॉइंट डाला, बोला मुझे क्या कहते हैं कि फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन की वजह से एक कन्वर्सेशन जो होनी चाहिए थी गवर्नमेंट और पीपल के बीच, लोगों के बीच में, कि देखो पैंडेमिक शुरू हो रहा है, इसको ऐसे ट्रीट करना बहुत जरूरी है, एक अवेयरनेस फैलाने का प्रोग्राम नहीं किया गया. Just was, and now see, I did not look at it through that way, but now that you tell me, and when I weigh the facts, it is actually true. It is actually true, because it was the see, you, me, and somebody like that, we are a very privileged few who have access to information that we go to learn. So for us to say कि अरे मास्क पहनना बहुत जरूरी है, वैक्सीन आएगी, बहुत टाइम लगेगा, ये वो, it's easier for us to say, but we are very few. There is a large number of people who don't understand it, and they need to be educated. They need to be taught, and that did not happen. So exactly. It's like in a household, they say, why do they say that do not hit your kid or punish him? Punish the child, explain it to the child. Because when you explain it to the child understands that this type of behavior is not a problem, is not acceptable, and this is the problem. When you hit the child just does not want to get hit. He doesn't see a problem with the behavior. He sees that this problem behavior will lead me to get hit. If I'm not getting hit or beaten up, if somebody's not hitting me, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
That is the kind, that is what the what should have happened, I believe.
Yeah, it's spoken like a true liberal arts graduate. Yes.
Yeah, hopefully. It was I have to say, it was great having you here. It was amazing. And if somebody has another question that I cannot answer because of how much you've told me, I will ask you that on our chat. But I'm really very happy to have you over here. And I think once the pandemic is over, we can have another discussion on other things too, like acting, theater, and things like that. No, because
Yes.
and movies. Because I think you really like movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have another discussion over there. It was great having you. I'm so happy to have you over here.
Arey, thanks for having me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No, don't say that.